Welcome to part 2 of this episode. If you haven't listened to part 1 before, it's probably best to listen to that one. It's the episode just before this. That episode was all about couples. This episode's all about singles with our special guest, Flex. Every piece of media that we are talking about will be at God is Dead, Not Clickbait, or on our YouTube channel, God is Dead. All right, let's get into it. God is Dead, Case 2. Being single. Where I want to start is how couples become single, and that is typically with a breakup. When you break up, one thing that I think would not be common is to take a photo shoot of your breakup and post it online.
Yeah, and if we have this couple who there's 3 panels here, there's her kissing him on the cheek, and they're in like sort of a winter sort of American. I'm always assuming, Twilight.
Yes. Yeah. Can you give us the description of the 3 photos?
Oof. Okay, so we've got three panels, as Bryce said. The first top left panel, it looks kind of erotic until you see his face is looking quite somber. So we're in for a treat. She could be inappropriately touching him. It could be something that's far more chill.
What's he
thinking? The second panel is their heads have separated. They're looking in each other's direction, but not at each other. Perhaps that's foreboding.
Ooh,
Perhaps
I like
it's
this.
Nothing.
Little foreshadowing of what's to come. A life apart, broken hearts.
Now, the third panel I thought was a pregnancy announcement. Perhaps and we're not going to keep it. You know, she's standing up. He's on his knees, kneeling at her feet with his ear to her stomach, I'd say. And he's gripping onto her knees, which would imply that, you know, he's committed and latched on. And she looks, I would say, frustrated over it. She's done for.
Yeah.
But based on these 3 panels, I'd say it's a pregnancy or an abortion.
Wow. And yet it's a breakup. Which is kind of weird because, like, I feel like the story that I'm getting from this is him being like, I love you, and she's all like, let's just be friends. And then they tell everyone it was mutual, which, I mean, no breakup's ever been mutual in the history of any breakup ever.
I don't trust people who go through that mutual breakups.
Yep, so we shook hands, took a photo shoot, and left.
We agreed.
Now, the next thing that single people have to do when they are single is put out a few messages into the world. You got to advertise you're back on the market.
Let's get it. Who's trying to pipe this fucking shit?
And one way that you can do that is to change your job on Facebook.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what some of the jobs are here?
Let's take a few each.
Is this all from the one person?
Yeah, we'll all take a few each.
Huge resume.
Huge resume. Flex, do you want to kick us off?
I'll take sex executive. That's one that I really like. I'll also take sex alpha and omega beginning and end. That sounds extremely horny. And then I'll also take, there are a few sus ones here. A lot of sex schools. I'll take sex in future time. It just got, sex preschool. Did we need to do that one?
That's the thing. There's probably 20 different entries here, and it's all like studied at sex university, but then it went
sex
to
sex nursery, sex in the womb.
But the best part is the schools go all the way down to schools when they were 3 or 4 years old. Went to sex preschool.
It goes down to it goes down to zygote vibes.
In the womb.
Sex in the womb.
Went to sex before time, then in a past life, then in the womb. Yeah. So before Earth, this guy was hitting that nut somewhere.
He's rooting.
Yeah, cranking that
He's
fucking
never been
nut
without
stick.
a nut.
Jesus. Literally, nut is oxygen at this point.
It's been him and nut. That's what started the world. Yeah. Fuck me. It just
Do you
grew
think
from
you
the
know
nut.
anyone like this? Anyone who's so hell-bent on proving that they have the ability to nut, they would do some shit like this?
Yes, and I don't think he'll mind me dragging him because he's one of my best friends. But when we were young, and he won't mind me saying this, he's very, very open. When we were young, he got in this relationship with a girl, which was very common for him. He's like a real pretty boy. And
nice.
He, to me, every time I think of the couple who started having sex and then they had invented sex and they couldn't, you know those couples that it's just like, yep, we're the sexing ones. We did it, and we're going to keep doing
it.
Naming
positions that like no one actually calls it that shit. It's like,
yeah.
Do you guys do the wheelbarrow? It's like, I don't really know.
Well, yeah, we did the Irish wheelbarrow. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have heard about it. Yeah, and you're like, okay.
It's that, but upside down.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, right. I'm like, that man, that can't be good for blood pressure. Like, but yeah. So, like, for me, he is the guy. And yeah, well, now he does tantric courses. So I guess that probably turned into that.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I guess I do
legitimate.
know someone.
This feels like, when you're on Tinder and you're looking at someone's job description and it's like the CEO of pleasure, and you're like, it's not true.
Right. Yeah,
that didn't happen.
yeah.
That's not you.
Right, the intern at Gobby's. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
So there's another one which I really like, and this guy just had to tell the world how good he is at sex. Flex, can you read this one out?
I'd love to. The girl I lost my virginity to, we used to fuck for minimum 1 hour, usually closer to 4 before I would finish. Beast mode, but in asterisks. So I'm not sure. Beast mode. Literally had her crying when she came. That was me with 0 experience.
Oh dear. Is there anybody else turned on? Like...
I mean, I want to hit beast mode someday.
Yeah, I mean, minimum 1 hour, but usually closer to 4. You sound unemployed, King. Get a job.
That's half a workday, bro.
That.
Bro, that's 1/6 of your day nutting. Like,
hitting beast mode though. That's how you know.
You just got to wonder what he's like now with lots of experience. You know, he's clocked a lot of hours in the pump.
Yeah.
This is so interesting.
Well, it's
and
just...
perhaps we need to see it for what it is: extreme confidence and self-assurance.
Which almost
No.
like, and I mean,
No, I like
do you
that.
know
I
what,
like
though?
the positivity.
Do you think, because this is clearly a lie. I mean, anyone that's
Oh!
touched, like, I mean,
You don't believe
sorry
it?
to say something so controversial.
I know it's clearly a lie. I was open to believing him.
This is actually Bryce's status, and
Yeah. I'm coming clean about it now, but I'm glad you guys believe me. But like, look, anyone who's ever fucking cranked it, like mutually, like anyone who's ever fucking blown their own back out or someone else's, like
had a hip replacement.
anyone who's ever cracked someone's back like a glow stick has known,
Oh
right?
my God, yeah.
That, like, listen. It takes a bit of fucking, figuring each other out and fucking, hey, all right, this is how you like it. Like, no one has the sex encyclopedia in their head because everyone is so subjective. So you don't walk in going, all right, let me just beast mode. All right, let's go.
Here's everything I learned from Pornhub.
Yeah, and so with 0 experience, so it's obviously he's lying, but then is it actually good to be, because these type of people usually get exactly what they want in life. They can walk into any room and get a job promotion because they're not afraid of just saying, yeah, I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm the best. So what's better? Like, is it, or what's the sort of thing here? Is it good that he's got so much confidence? It's clearly fucking, it's clearly a guy. Or is it sort of, well, maybe just don't.
Hi, I'm not great at sex, but I'm willing to learn. What's the attitude that you're meant to have when you're in that awkward stage of just post-pubescent and you just really want to nut? Like,
I don't know. I reckon if you walk into a room with this kind of energy and you don't follow through, like it's a weak nut, it's a Minuteman type of thing.
Yeah.
I think the person you're sleeping with will be so confused as to what happened. They might internalize that insecurity and think it's them and keep sleeping with you, hoping that, maybe my inability to perform will match your ability to.
Right.
Because I reckon, if I take my mind back to being just a horny, young adult and talking to people who talk a huge game, I'm going to blow that back out. I'm going to make you okay, sick, cool, let's do it.
Sounds good,
and
I'm
then
up.
you get there and you're it's not, why, where's the rhythm? Why are we bumping like that? What's happening?
Yeah.
But then you're fuck, all that preamble, what happened? Maybe I'll just try it again and again. And now it's been 7 months and it's still shit, but maybe, I don't know.
Chasing the dragon.
I know, because if someone said to you, I'm just not really great at it, but I'm willing to learn, you're not on me, King, not on me. I'm not the one. I can't help you. I don't do charity work. It's not it.
Yeah. I need 4 hours minimum. I need beast mode.
Of past experience.
Just fucking invoice me if we're trying to educate, then
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to go to the final case, the final part of this.
Oh, true.
All
Yeah.
right.
Is this the one I haven't seen?
No, this is the one that you have seen. This is this one.
Oh, yeah. So I found this the other day and posted this on our Instagram. So if you listened and you follow the Instagram, then you've seen it. But Jesus Christ, this is confidence. This is my idol. This is what I wish I could do. And we talked about that kind of genre of guy. This may be, I suppose, in one way, quite woke. Because. He's not acting scared, but
Okay, there we go.
I don't know. Please check out the Instagram. This is a TikTok where the captions. I'm gonna have to read out sort of the captions as we go here, but it starts off with a guy and it says, "Babe, I ran out of tampons, sad face," and this is obviously said by a partner.
Yes, but Flex, would you like to narrate this live time, almost like a sports commentator?
Here we go.
Yeah, hot. Let's do it. Babe, I ran out of tampons. I have. Oh no, he says I have an idea. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Genius.
Can you catch the podcast listeners up on exactly what went down in those 14 seconds?
That's incredible. I hope that went viral. What an amazing creator. Okay, so basically, the woman in the scene, it's like a POV, a point of view, in which this guy is talking to a girl, presumably his girlfriend, and she's like, "Fuck, I've run out of tampons. I'm bleeding everywhere. I just need something to plug it up." And so he says, "I have an idea." One would assume he'll go to the convenience store, quickly run down to Woolies, get something to plug it up, tissues, anything. But what he offers is 2 fingers to then plug into her, and then looks up with a certain level of assurance and says, "Is that better?" And perhaps it might be. I don't really know. I don't really know. But that was so wild. And he wasn't. Was
No
that
irony.
do you think that was sexy?
I think honestly,
that wasn't comedy.
No, it wasn't satire, and I think you can smell satire from a mile away.
oh fuck yeah,
that
you
wasn't
can.
it.
That was
No,
not
That
he
was
it.
fully-
sexy,
Yeah.
progressive woke alpha
Yeah.
alpha dude.
Yeah.
He'll do what's necessary. He'll plug
it's-
you for you.
Fully, it's that same type of thing where it's if a girl's like, "Oh, I've got a headache," and it's like, let me fucking I'll get that out, and it's like that fucking brand of flirting where it's you have I'm so stressed, I can do so, it's the type of guy that would reply if a girl goes, "Oh my god, I'm so stressed. My dad is going bankrupt." And the guy goes, "Oh man, well, maybe I can help you take your mind off it." There was a classic one where it was a girl holding a box, and it said, it was when it's like a metallic, like a plaque over the top of something, like on a trophy you'd have it, and it says your name on it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was that on this wooden box, and it said Uno. And this guy replies like, "Damn, well, we gotta play one day." And this girl was like, "It's actually my dead dog's ashes, whose name was Uno." And the guy's like, like WID later though, so it's that genre.
Double down,
Double down, exactly.
Double down.
Yeah, well, like the one that we talked about a few weeks ago, where it was like, "Oh man, lucky guy in that picture," and the girl's like, "That's my dad. He died last week. Today we buried him today," and he's like, "Oh, you're single."
They're on a mission,
Oh my
and
gosh.
yeah, so this is absolutely meant to be sexy, for sure. And I guess you know what? It's an interesting one because on TikTok, I feel like there's 2 ways periods get discussed by this type of guy, and it's actually kind of refreshing to see. This is the theory I've got, right? Both of them are ignorant, right? So this example is a little more sort of I guess period. It's a bit, I don't know if you want to say it, realistic. I don't know. He's like, "Okay, yep, this is a period. Here's a simple solution." Whereas the other genre of guy on TikTok is, my girl got her period, so I had to buy her a Lamborghini to make her feel better. Like this idea that a period is this life ruining. It's that thing where have you ever seen the picture of a girl with grey tracksuit pants? She's facing away from the camera. There's blood on the tracksuit, and it says, "Guys, what would you do?" Yeah, and the guys are always like, it's never just realistic. It's like, I'd carry her to the bath. I'd plug in a drip, and then I'd fucking get all the flowers in the world, and I would stroke her hair. It's like, man, you're talking to women every day who have their period, and like,
and you're slipping king. You've done nothing.
yeah. Just because you can't sit on the tracksuit pants, are you gonna get Lambos and flowers for everyone? I don't know.
It's a lot of Lambos.
It's so interesting because I feel like I thought, even though humor's quite subjective, I feel like there was a time where it was just quite common what was funny and what wasn't, and what was just in the realm of possibility of being laughable. But this kind of content from this guy, it doesn't feel like satire. It feels so intentional that I'm like, it must be working for you. Like somebody somewhere is like, this guy is a real guy. He knows that in my time of need, he's going to step up and plug me up.
Sacrifice those
until
fingers.
there's another solution. He's been in there before. Why can't he go in there now?
He's been doing his research. He saw the meme that was my fingers look like this, so she can look like this. It's just my fingers are red edition, so she can look content and it's the remix.
Well, on that note, let's judge it.
Final judgment.
All right, Flex, you know the drill by now. Do you think seeing all these single pieces of content, from the photo shoot after the couple broke up to the sexecutive who worked at Sex University,
Sex preschool,
to the guy going beast mode with 0 experience for 4 hours, to plugging up your girl because you're a real man, is God alive or is God dead?
See, up until this point, I held hope that he was alive, but this very last TikTok, there is no hope. There is no way. I'm so confused as to how you conceptualize such a specific but unrealistic solution to a very common problem. You know pads exist, King. You know there are tampons. Common tissues.
She told you she'd run out of tampons, so you've clearly seen one before.
She gave you a solution.
Yep, and that's on having no sisters.
That's incredible. Thank you for sharing. I'm so sorry that God's dead. Sorry we had to find out this way.
Yeah, sorry guys, but that's the name of the freaking game. Bryce, any last thoughts on God's existence?
Yeah, it is truly unimaginable, and I suppose the problem with God, unfiltered internet access and anything is that, for God forbid, that some young impressionable person sees this dude and goes, "Oh, I wish my boyfriend would do something nice like that for me."
Exactly.
Fuck, and then it just
But
skews
honestly,
everything, right?
I see it. I mean, you know how we can watch Hollywood romance and be like, that's unrealistic. Nobody's going out of the way. No one's quitting their job to move states for you, sis. You've been together for a week, and yet we pine and we hope that one day somebody might. Why wouldn't a young person do that with this TikTok? I just wish I had a guy. My last boyfriend only bought me tampons and roses every time I had my period, but what a fucking loser. Mr. Struggle. He doesn't care about me. I need a real guy.
Old dry fingers over here. Who needs him?
Yeah. He needs some colour. He needs some seasons.
Yeah. Fuck a pair of red bottoms. I need some red fingers.
Get me that paprika, boy.
That's real love.
Have you seen this one video, right? Like you said, of those choking videos, but point of view choking videos. So there's this guy on TikTok who has a bunch of videos. He's young, probably 19, e-boy. Imagine pink and red and blue lighting, in his bedroom, real sexy, quote unquote vibes. He's got a bunch of videos of him being choked. So hands running up and down his body, him being choked by presumably you, the viewer. But he also posts behind the scenes.
Yes.
And he reveals what the hand is.
And who is the hand?
It's his younger brother!
Brad motherfucking Bastidas! Yes!
Okay, bro, we did a whole episode on this guy, and then his fans have started coming for us because we posted it on YouTube.
No.
Yeah, dude, we've got
"He
a
did
whole...
nothing wrong.
Yeah, we've been dragged by Brad Bastidas fans.
Yeah. That's our most popular
one. You guys are the
one.
fucking weirdos, not Brad. Leave him alone.
Yeah. He got banned already, and his brother said it was okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, you don't
Because that's
understand.
how consent works.
Yes,
because when
His
you're 9...
non-consenting child brother said it's fucking weird. And again, like you're saying, if his fans are coming for you, trying to not only justify, but normalize that behavior, we don't want to kink shame. Sexuality is a fluid spectrum, but that's fucking weird.
But kink start at 18.
But also, very resourceful. Wouldn't you sooner be I'll just use my own hand?
I just wish there was a different aim, because resourceful is a great quality. I just wish he was doing something else.
Apply yourself elsewhere.
Literally. Well, God's dead then. Thank you so much, both for listening and also to you, Flex.
Yeah, mate, look, it's been a friggin' honour, and Ep 69's in the can. How do you feel venturing into the godless world? Because we both have probably suffered damage long term.
You're deep in it.
But yeah.
You're deep. Look, I feel better for knowing. Sometimes I feel like I'm quite naive about how bad, things are. The stuff I've seen today, insane. And I feel like... maybe I need to recurate my feed, because I need to be exposed to to what's happening out there. Part
Yeah.
of me would like to think that eventually we can all go to a greater place, you know, but it's not happening. It's just not.
People are dragging
And I
us.
think I need to get comfortable with it sooner.
Roll in the mud, I say.
It's grim, but also like, wow, we
Yep.
have bigger issues.
Exactly.
yeah.
We're bathing in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch over here.
Fuck climate change. Get to these kids. Get to these kids.
These freaking kids. Oh my goodness.
Matt,
Well, yeah.
please suss out Flex. You're a person of many pods. FLEXMAMI.
I believe there's a dot in between Flex and
Yeah.
Mummy. Yep.
I have
And
not
then-
extorted the guy who's got the actual handle yet, but I'm working
Ah.
on
Don't
it.
worry. I want to drop the 69 from my name, but yeah, here we are.
Man, we had a guy in our DMs.
If we had known.
If we had known.
Yeah, a guy offering us Scott is Dead, just normal, but I don't know. I think it's a scam. Anyway, that's
Yep.
a discussion for after the pod. But you've got 2 pods cranking. Shall we? We'll mention Bobo and Flex, and this is a brand new one where you can do whatever you want that you just started as
Yeah,
well.
isn't that fun? Every time,
That's
don't you
scary to
find
me.
that it's such a trap when you start a new creative venture and you start to put structure around it. You're like, I'm gonna post on these days. I'm gonna make sure my lighting's all good. And it's like, nah, fuck it. I'm not committing to it. I'm gonna do whatever I want with whoever I want, whenever I want. And it's actually kind of good because I think I've set the bar so low that even posting an episode is over resourced.
You're welcome, everybody.
Going above and beyond.
Man, okay, great. Look, I honestly would have said that would scare the shit out of me,
Yeah.
having no boundaries. But look, it sounds freeing.
I also
Fucking
like
hell
what
yeah.
you're doing on TikTok, just fanboying at the moment. I like your vlogs.
Honestly, I'm just doing whatever I want. It feels, it feels radical. Like I feel like
feel ya.
I am the person. I'm a
Hell
radical being. As she sits in a cushy home in a hoodie, being like, it's actually too cold to go out today. I'm a crusader. Oh well, this is sweet. I like this.
Well, thanks so much for coming on. And to anybody listening, you can check out all the Disturbed media at God Is Dead Not Clickbait. You can follow Bryce V Mills.
It's truthless, as we have just mentioned. Still got the 69 on the end.
Yeah, flex.mummy for those of you who also didn't catch it the first time. And leave us a 5-star review.
Do it. Suss the YouTube too.
Anything
Subscribe
less
to
will make us
that.
cry. You know what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
You know how it is. But until then, love you.
Love you.
What?
Case closed.